You still didn't know?
know?
Gang.
I'm M,
I'm Jay.
and you're watching. Shh.
It's a podcast.
That was kind of nice.
Ooh.
I like that. That was kind of crispy. All right, we know we haven't been really consistent with this stuff because I ain't gonna lie, life been life. Um,
And we've been making excuses too.
we've been lazy,
Yeah.
but it's good though because you're only as righteous as you are honest.
Mm-hmm.
In order to be righteous, you gotta be honest. You gotta be in the right standing in your mind to be like, okay, I'm fumbling. I need some help.
Accountability.
Accountability, 2026 accountability. And if you're watching this is probably what, January 1st or whatever it is, I don't know. It might be the new year or something like that. I don't know.
Probably.
Hopefully we don't start procrastinating and postpone this all the way to like the middle of January or something like that.
Yeah.
Because we're recording this December 21st. Hopefully it should be out by the time. I don't
It should.
know. But for today's topic, we wanted to talk about how marriage exposes your faith. A lot of people want marriage, and we're not knocking it. It's a beautiful thing, but I feel like a lot of people go by what they see on social media, and it's not all that.
Yeah.
Like,
It's not. It's not what they make it seem or what they make it out to be. Like, it's not that.
yeah,
Did you expect marriage to strengthen your faith or challenge it?
that's a good one. Honestly, if I could be honest, I didn't expect. Okay, all right, so, all right, long story short, a lot of people in my family aren't really married. I probably have two people, two couples that I know that are married in my family, that are still going on. Probably not two, probably a handful,
Mm-hmm.
and like a small handful of people in my family that is married. And I'm not always around them every single day. I probably see them every blue moon. So the guidance, the blueprint is not, it's not as clear as I would like it to be on an everyday basis. But I'll say that definitely did alter my perspective on marriage. If I could be honest, I made marriage an idol
Mm.
because I thought marriage was the do all end all. I thought it was as soon as you get married, everything is done. Everything you're good. Life is gonna be great. You're gonna have a big house, dog, kids, nice little family, nice cars, and
Your
things like
relationship
that.
with Christ is gonna be
It's gonna be great.
great.
All that. I thought that was it. I put marriage in the place of God.
Mm.
I thought when I get married, stuff is gonna just be changing. Marriage was not the answer. Christ was.
Right.
It wasn't like a shoot. As soon as I get married, all this stuff gonna be over with. I'm gonna be good. No, I put marriage on the throne of my heart instead of Christ. I was so
Mm.
hungry for something that He gives instead of being hungry for Him and letting Him give it to me. So I'll say I expected marriage to strengthen my faith a lot because I thought that it was just going to be as soon as you marry. I even thought. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be vulnerable. My wife know about this. I thought marriage was going to kill my lust. I thought it was going to kill my lust. Well, we both know it did.
Yeah.
Because I still struggled even while I was married, and I feel like a lot of people don't talk about this.
Mm-hmm.
I struggled with lust and pornography while I was married in the beginning stages of my marriage. But now we're delivered. Hallelujah. Thank you, Lord
Amen.
Jesus. And the way that it broke was so embarrassing and humiliating. Like we were sitting on the stairs,
Mm-hmm.
and I was just crying. She was like, "What's wrong?" And I just opened up to her. I was like, "I've been watching this. I know it's wrong. And I need help."
Mm-hmm.
Because it was, oh my gosh, it was so humiliating. I hated every bit of it, but the Lord was just saying, tell her,
Mm-hmm.
because I can't expect her to be my other half. She doesn't know my
Right.
full self.
Right.
Like, I can't call her my rib if I'm hiding stuff from her. If that's the case, she's not my rib. She's like a detachment from me. But how can we be one if I'm keeping certain things from her? And by the grace of God, she didn't banish me. She didn't slander me. She didn't speak down on me. She
Mm-hmm.
actually encouraged me because I was ready for her to be like watching pornography or I'm finna take this ring off. We done. I was so petrified. Like my hand was like shaking. Like she's about to leave me, bro. It's over with. I'm cooked. I'm about to be a hobo on the streets. I'm done. God finna be mad at me. She mad at me. And then we had our son around the time, so I was like,
Well, he wasn't even here
oh
at
no,
the
he
moment.
was pregnant with him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
but
was
we
like
had
the
him.
last month.
Yeah, we had him on the way. So I'm just like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna see my son. And it was just so much at stake. But I thought marriage was going to be that as soon as it happened, you're done. You're good. You're good to go. And I feel like the Lord humbled me in that area to show that even when you're married, you're still gonna need me. You're gonna need me even more when you're married.
Right.
So I'll say it definitely. I thought it was gonna strengthen my faith, but it
Ooh, excuse me.
definitely it humbled me. I'll say that. But how
Okay.
about you? Did you expect marriage to strengthen your faith or challenge it?
I didn't expect marriage to challenge it.
Did it?
It did. It humbled me. It made me sit down and just shut up. Cause no, like I really thought that getting into a marriage, it was gonna like strengthen my faith even more. Like it was gonna increase my faith. It was gonna like my walk with Christ was gonna be amazing. But in reality, it was like that's not the case. Cause there's times where I like fell where I was just being lazy and I wasn't in my word. I wasn't praying. I had those type of moments before. So that's my whole perspective on that question. I really thought getting into a marriage, it would strengthen your faith and increase your faith even more. Why? I'm gonna tell you why, because I've watched social media a lot. I used to see these videos, right, where these couples will be married, or they wouldn't even be married yet, and they'll talk about like how, oh, my wife is gonna be a prayer warrior, and my husband's gonna be a prayer warrior. We're gonna be on our knees at 5 o'clock in the morning. I've seen these videos, and it would seem so realistic. But when I got married, it was so unrealistic. It's not like we don't do that, but they make it seem like throughout the whole entire day it's just God, 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 God. Which there's different ways you can like worship God and like invite him in. So we do it totally different. Like I'm not saying we don't get up and pray at like 5 in the morning and stuff like that, but the way they made it seem was so unrealistic. So I thought that was gonna increase my faith. That was gonna help me improve in my faith and my walk with Christ. And I failed sometimes. Like I got lazy. I didn't get in my word and stuff.
Well, do you think like that was a marriage thing or was it like a person? Like, why do you think you failed?
I feel like I failed because life just
Happened.
yeah, like life happened, and it was just it's different because when you're married, it's everything is different. Like you're not living that kiddish life like, oh my gosh, I'm under my
It's
parents' roof
serious.
and I get to just chill and eat my popcorn and watch something. Like
Yeah.
no, it's different. Like you have to really
You gotta lock in.
you have to lock in. Yeah. So I just thought like, well, it's a lot going on right now. There's a lot we got to think about. We're becoming adults.
Yeah.
So it kind of slipped my mind a little bit and it just made me like fall away from God for some time. But yeah, that's really my intake on that.
Yeah. I just kind of feel like I fell to a lot. Um, I'll say I wasn't as active as I was supposed to be with God a lot during our marriage. I will say that, and it's not even because of you. It was because of me.
Yeah.
I had expectations like, oh, if I fall, she's gonna pick me back up. But you can't do that all the time.
That was my expectations too.
Especially on your faith walk with Christ, because God is like, oh, she's supposed to pick you back up, but this is me and your relationship. You gotta be able to differentiate. There's a marriage triangle. If you guys don't know, there's like the husband, then the wife. They have equal, sides that they hold up. She holds up her end of the bargain. I hold up my end of the bargain, and then Christ gives us the strength to be able to hold up our ends and also love each other and stuff like that. He's that stronghold. But there's a marriage God relationship, but there's also a husband God relationship and a wife God relationship, and not only that, but there's also a son God relationship and a daughter God relationship. you can't forget about your personal relationship with Christ,
Right.
because you have a person in your life.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot forget that. And what I did was I was so focused on, okay, I got this marriage thing down. I'm doing this. I'm working. I'm doing what I gotta do for marriage. But then it's like, what about my first love?
Right.
What about Jesus? And so when I started to fall, I'm like, okay, what am I doing now? It was kind of like one of those moments of just like, it's very serious, because when you're in marriage, you can't run from it. You
Right.
can't just escape. You can't go in your room and get under your blanket and just watch your favorite shows and just eat your snacks and just knock the whole day off. You can't do that. It's like you have to accommodate for this person. Like you have to live for this person as well as you're living for Christ, and also you're living for yourself. Like I can't just walk out the door and say I'm about to go to the court. Bye. I can't. Because one, we have a child, and then on top of that, she has feelings. She wants to be around me. I want to be around her. She can't just be like, I'm about to leave for the whole entire day and then come back at night and just go to bed. She can't do that. So it's kind of like the thing that makes marriage a little bit more, not harder, but more challenging, is just that you have to learn to do for each other. You can't just do for yourself anymore. Like, it's not just you no more. It's both of y'all.
Right.
And especially being young and you want to do all these things, you want to explore all these things, you want to, you're curious, but then you're told, I got to sit down and lock in and just live for her and myself. And I feel like I haven't even done a lot of living, but don't get me wrong, it's amazing. It's beautiful. But also I was going to ask you, what expectations did you have about marriage that you found out were not realistic?
I expected, because I've seen it online again.
Social media is dangerous.
Yes. Like I expected, it's not to say that I don't want to work, or I don't like have the intent to work, or I shouldn't work. But I was like thinking, okay, when I get into a marriage, you're the full-on provider for everything, and I'm just at home chilling. And when we have kids, I'm taking care of the kids. That's my full job. So it was more so like that. And then I expected like, okay, my husband is gonna have like some really good income. We're gonna be straight. Nothing's gonna like go downhill. We're gonna have a nice place to ourselves, everything. Like I expected all of those things, and it was just like, that's not reality. Like sometimes you're gonna have downfalls, and it could be right when you get married. You can literally have all the money to get married and everything, and to go out, do whatever you want to do, honeymoon, all that extra stuff. Next thing you know, downfall. Like you never know.
It's a test.
You never know.
And I'm pretty sure you found out that thing, what is it called? Freak. Stay home wife, something like that. That
Stay at
was
home
not.
wife.
That ain't for the weak.
It's not for the weak. No.
Because she's a stay-at-home wife now, and she just be like, bro, like.
I'll be going through it. I'll be like, I need your help. I need your help.
I be at work slaving, and she just be like, I need your help. I'm like, girl, I'm at work right now.
Yeah, it's a whole nother human you gotta take care of.
Yeah, I feel like for me, my expectations, like I said previously, was that it was going to be that once done, it cures all of it. I expected marriage to be my healing. And it...
Like, what do you mean by that?
Like, I was expecting marriage to just be like that thing that removes or distracts me. I was looking for marriage as a distraction. Not just like, I'm going to get married for it to be a distraction. No, I was expecting it to be like, once I get married, I'm going to no longer struggle with lust. Once I get married, I'm going to no longer feel alone. Once I get married, I'm going to always be focused on Christ. Once I get married, I'm never going to have to, I'm never going to have another stress, another worry, another care, none of that. Because once I get married, everything's going to be all right. Because that's what social media sells you.
Right.
They sell you, oh my gosh, we've been married for 8 years. We're so happy. We're so in love. But then they just argued yesterday.
Right.
Like nobody talks about, oh, we've been married for 3 years now, we're so happily in love, but there's been like 4 different times where y'all was almost about to divorce.
Right.
That where you like, yo, I can't stand this girl right now. I want to walk out and just start a new life. And sometimes we get like that.
Yeah,
Sometimes we be like,
sometimes
bro,
we be like, you know what? Hey, this may not be it.
like, hey, it sounded good in the beginning. Now it's
Yeah.
kind of getting.
It's like that honeymoon phase that people talk about. It's like so amazing in the beginning, and then it ends up. It's not that it like.
I don't
it's
think
not,
it ends.
It's
though.
like, what do you mean?
I don't think the honeymoon ends. I just think the honeymoon phase is not just happiness. I feel like a lot of people say, oh, the honeymoon phase is just you all cuddly in love, because we're always in love.
Right.
I feel like we're always going through a honeymoon phase, but there's also times where we are going through, like, I feel like
hardships.
Yeah.
I mean, and we're still in love even during the hardships. Like, we'll be upset at each other and
we still love
do
each other.
Yeah, we'll like still do something. Like, for instance, I could be upset and he'll still talk to me and talk to me gently and everything, and it's like, I could talk to you in a certain way because
you want to talk to me in a certain way.
I could talk to you in a certain way, but you know what? Let me just calm myself down.
Yeah.
That's a part of the honeymoon phase where, we're just getting to know each other, growing. I feel like I do agree. Like, it never ends. It's like
it's ups and downs. Like, I mean, it's in the name. I feel like people don't really pay attention to detail like that. It's in the name. It's honeymoon. You can't have honeymoon without moon. You got the honey, it's sweet, but then you have the moon, it gets dark.
right.
It gets dark. Sometimes that light dims. The sun shines brighter than
That's
the moon.
good. Actually, that's really good.
The sun shines brighter than the moon. If it was called a honey sun phase, that means it was going to be all happiness, all shining, all bright, glowing stars, rainbows every time. When have you seen a rainbow at night? It's a honeymoon phase, so it may not always be rainbows and happiness and all this other stuff. Sometimes it's going to get dark. And you're going to have that little speck of light that you're
Right.
going to see. That little light that's just barely illuminating stuff for you to know where you're going. But you got to be willing to be like, okay, am I willing to keep following this light? Or am I about to just let it go?
Right.
But if you keep following that light, eventually that moon phase is going to go back to honey phase. And that's how you got that honeymoon phase. I feel like people just, they want people to see their marriage as successful.
Right.
They want people to see their marriage as happiness. And so that's why they call the honeymoon phase the happiness phase, butterflies, all
Right.
this other stuff. But it's not just that. It's honey when it's sweet and it's moon when it's dark. But if you stay together and you hold on to that little speck of light, which is the moon, you're going to reach that honey phase. And the expectations that I had was, it's going to be that. Once all, cure all, it's not going to be
Right.
like that. You got to have strength. And not just strength from yourself. You got to have strength from the Lord. Because if you do not have Christ in the center of your marriage, you're not married.
Right.
I don't care what nobody says. I don't care if your name is on that license. I don't care if you have that ring. I don't care how much that ring cost. If you don't have Christ at the center of your marriage, you are not married. Why? Because marriage comes from Christ.
Right.
It came from him. So how can you say I'm married and you don't even follow him?
Right.
You don't even believe in Christ. You're an atheist, but you're married. That don't work. That doesn't make any sense. That's foolish.
Right.
Like, how can I say, that's like me saying, oh, I don't play basketball, but I'm a basketball player. What?
Yeah.
I don't play basketball. I don't play the sport of basketball, but I'm a basketball player. No, I'm not. Because I don't play the sport, I don't follow the sport. If a basketball player has to actively play basketball every single day to make them a basketball player, and I don't do that, I'm not a basketball player.
Right.
So for a person to be married, and that means they have to allow Christ to be the center of their relationship in their marriage every single day and follow him, and they don't do that, then you're not married. This is why so many people have licenses, but they're not one. You think you're one because you slept together. You just fornicated. You become married when Christ says you're married, not when you sign that license.
When he ordains it.
Exactly. We got married when Christ said we were married.
Right.
And then we got the license to prove to the physical, to everybody else, all the atheists, all the governments, and all the companies and stuff like that, to prove that we're married.
Right.
That physical license is just to show all the non-believers that it's real.
Yeah.
But marriage started when the Lord said, that is your wife. That is your husband. That's when our marriage started. When we accepted what the Lord has told us to do. And we went before the Lord. He approved of it. And then we asked each other. And then we made that commitment to God and also one another. That's when our
Right.
marriage started. That's why so many people be thinking that they're married and they're not married. They sleep in the same bed, but they don't even know each other. They're
Right.
sleeping in this. Under the same house, but they're not married. They have the same last name, but they're not the same. That's why, in social media predicts it pushes that narrative of it's happy, it's this, it's that, it's this, it's that, but nobody talks about the dark phases of it. And that's why so many people get divorced, because they're expecting it to be happy, happy,
Right.
happy. And then when it's not happy, 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 they want to leave somewhere else to go search for that happy, happy, happy.
Right. And this is I feel like right here, this topic, that's like a comparison thing, because you can see what goes on social media and that not be reality. Like, yes, that could be like certain moments in marriage. Yes, you're gonna have you're gonna have joyful moments. I wouldn't even really call it like happy, because happiness does fade, but you're gonna have those joyful moments. But there's gonna be dark times as well. There's gonna be times where you guys are disagreeing, where you guys don't want to be next to each other, where you guys want to sleep apart from each other. Don't apologize. Like, it's a lot of things that come with it. And I feel like when people who is not married see what goes on social media and how, oh my gosh, they look so cute, their
Yeah.
pictures is amazing, I want to go to that island. I want to do that thing that they're doing. I want you to pick me up the way they pick me up. I want you to hug me the way they hug me. And it starts to become a comparison thing. And then once you can't get that from your partner because maybe they're not developed fully in that stage or brung it up enough, and they don't know too much about it. Now it's like, okay, I'm comparing, and now it's like, you know what, I really don't like you like that. Maybe I can't be with you. I can't see myself with you anymore because I want what I see on social media. And sometimes people just do a one-time thing, like
One-time thing.
a
It
one-time
could be
thing
for the
for a
video.
video. Yes,
It could be for the video.
and you're like, oh, well, I really want that, and you end up leaving your person, a good man or a good woman, just to go after that.
Right, and it could be that they can record that video and the wife be like, you ain't never picked me up like that ever. And the husband be like, well, don't get used to it because I ain't doing it again. And now
Right.
you're expecting your person to be doing that stuff. And it's like, they don't even, the people that you watching, they're not even moving like that.
Right.
But you expect them, and I feel like people expect marriage to be 100% perfect. It's not perfect.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not. If marriage was 100% perfect, we wouldn't need marriage.
All right.
Marriage is literally you joining with a partner that's literally admitting, hey, Kesey's weak. He can't control all this by himself. He needs a nurturer.
Right.
He needs that. It's literally me showing that I need help. So why are you
Right.
expecting something to be 100% perfect when you're joining this thing, because you're not perfect.
Right.
You're not perfect. So you asking the Lord, send me help. She's not just somebody I'm sleeping with. She's not that.
Yeah.
But she's someone that's helping me.
Right.
People surround marriage around making love the whole. It's not just that. It's beautiful. It feels amazing. But it's not just that.
It's
That's not
not.
even the main part.
That's not that.
That's just
It's
a
like,
part.
yeah. It's like, I feel like when it comes down to things like that, you gotta realize, like, you could see somebody on social media do something. Like, for instance, I'm gonna use an example from our marriage and from a video that you'll see online. You'll see somebody recording, oh, I'm folding my husband's clothes every day, and I'm getting them prepared. Me personally, there's times where I forget and he has to remind me, and he's like, Nelly, you shouldn't forget that. But it's like, he gives me grace, because it's like, okay, I understand, maybe she's tired, maybe she been doing other things all day, maybe, like, he gives me grace. But it's like, okay, learn from that, and like, get up and do this. It's not like, oh, well, I see this wife doing this, and I want you to do that. I need you to do that. No, because if it was that, then it would turn into comparison, and it'll turn into us becoming each other's enemies. And that's what we're not. So we just, when it comes to social media, we don't, even if it's something that we like, it could be something that we like. We could tell each other, like, oh, I like this thing. But don't compare, like, I can't compare him to another man. I want you to do what this man is doing, exactly how he's doing it.
Because at that rate, you want to be with that man.
Right.
You don't want to be with me.
Right.
You want to try
Exactly.
to make me into that man. In reality, you don't even know you're idolizing that man. In reality, you don't even know you're mentally cheating with that man. You're committing adultery with that man.
Right.
Not saying, well, if you think about yourself being with that man, then you committed adultery.
Right.
But you're expecting me to be somebody that I'm not. If that's the case, why did you marry me? Who did you
Right.
fall in love with, me or that man? And then on top of that, it's like you want me to do exactly what that man is doing right now.
Right.
You didn't fall in love with that man that you see on social media. You don't even know that man. You didn't even know that man until you seen him today. You fell in love with me, and now you
Right.
want me to look like him. Why do you want me to look like him? Because you want to be with him. Not only that, or why do you want me to look like him? It's probably because you fell out of love with me, and now you're searching for somebody else. And this person is what you like.
Right.
Because you fell in love with me, now all of a sudden another person comes in and you want me to act just like them. Now you want me to break down my character in order to be molded into something that he looks like. That person's not perfect.
Right.
And so now you're not just going against the marriage, you're going against God. Why do you want your husband to be broken down, to be built up to look like another man, when God already broke him down to be built up to in the way that he desired him to be?
For your marriage.
Exactly, and for his glory.
Right.
Now you want him to obtain a whole different identity when his identity was in Christ. Now you want him to look like somebody else, so that you can be like, oh, this person looks and acts just like this man. Go be with that other man. That's what you
Right.
want. That's exactly what you want.
Right. And
That's what freaking celebrity crushes.
Ooh, yeah,
I don't
ooh,
like that.
yeah.
Celebrity crushes. You just
No.
want to be with that person. Say it how it is.
Right.
Be real. You can only be as righteous as you are honest with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You want to be with that person. If you want to be with a celebrity crush, you shouldn't be with nobody else.
All
Why?
right.
Because at the jump of the gun, if that celebrity slide in your DMs, or they walk past you and they on some timing, you might fold and you might end up hurting somebody in the process.
you have to like kill that, especially when you're in relationships, marriages, even when you're single. No celebrity crushes. You just because you're single doesn't mean, oh well, I could like this person. You can
Fantasize about this person,
right,
and
you-
that leads to adultery.
you could think somebody's beautiful. I mean, me and my husband talked about it before.
I created
Yeah,
everybody beautiful.
God created everybody beautiful. It doesn't mean like, oh yeah, that woman's beautiful, or that man's
I'm gonna go
man's
hard. Damn,
handsome.
man.
Like
Boy.
it's the way you're saying it. Yeah. Now if you're like, that's a beautiful that's a beautiful person. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. Or that's a nice looking.
That's a nice looking man.
Yeah.
He's a handsome man. That's a beautiful
That's
woman.
right. So if you're saying it in that way, that's fine. Even if it's a celebrity. But now we can tell when you're
You're a little bit too
yeah,
deep into it. 'Cause
or
then
you're
it's
lusting
like,
over that person. Like it's
Yeah.
like, no, we just can't do that. We can't fantasize about somebody, whether single, married, or courting, whatever.
you can
just
be fantasizing about somebody's wife. Or you can be fantasizing about somebody's husband.
right.
And you don't even know you homewreck. You mentally homewrecking them right now. And then on top of that, if you be so willing to like just jump for that celebrity, it brings the question: were you all in from the jump? Till life do us part. Were you really on that timing, or was it till life do us part, or until your attractions do its part? Was
Right.
it until your celebrity crush comes in and do their part? In sickness and in health, is it really in sickness or in health, or whenever the wealth is out, or whenever the money's out, or whenever the love is gone, or whenever the person is there? If your marriage is sick, are you going to pray it to health? Or if your person is sick, are you going to pray them to health? If your marriage is down, are you going to pray that it goes up? What are you going to be doing? Is it sickness and in health, or does it have conditions? Are you going to leave whenever the going gets going? Are you going to leave then? Because marriage, you're going to have some dark times.
Right.
I thought when me and her was going to get married, it's going to be
Yeah.
crazy. It's going to be beautiful. It is beautiful. But sometimes it's a beautiful, it's like a beautiful hurt. Like we wouldn't be able to truly be grateful for good times if we didn't have bad times.
Right.
Like, for example, just to get vulnerable, when they cut the water off, and we was with water for freaking how long? 3 months without water.
About like 2-3 months. Yeah.
Yeah, without water for like 2 or 3 months. We had to literally shower with bottles and gallons of water. We had to flush the toilet with water bottles.
We have to choose between which one we gonna
Are we gonna use it, or are we gonna shower?
or drink water. Like
I remembered it. It was freaking, if you wanted to use a restroom, if you wanted to take a number 2, you got to use 4 bottles. If you want to take a number 1, you probably got to use 2.5. If you want to shower, 3 bottles one extra bottle if you need to.
Right.
And we spent like hundreds of dollars. We should just pay for the water bill, but
Right.
we was going through it. But at that time, if we didn't really go through that, we would have never been as grateful. And the Lord always just has a way of just reminding us of when you're in these good moments, really, really just sit and marinate. Take it all in, because somebody's out there living your bad days every day. Our bad days of water off. Then they cut the light bill off. And the light bill was off for like, what, 2 months.
Right.
Now we're going through that. Water and lights are off at the same time. And that's somebody's everyday life.
Right.
That was like we never want to go through that again. But we went through it. That's somebody's everyday life. And it made me feel terrible as a husband, because I was like, you're not doing your job, bro. Like, what are you doing? How could you let this happen? Why would you let this happen? It was like, I did all that I could. I sincerely can say I did all that I could, but sometimes jobs just don't pick up. Sometimes income just don't be all there. Sometimes, and it's not like
and it's out of your control too.
Yeah, it was out of my control. Like, everything I tried to do, I tried my hardest, but it just didn't work. And it was just like, all right, Lord, this is you obviously trying to show us something. But it definitely did help me. But like, I'll say in times like that, it showed me why marriage is so beautiful, because you don't have to go through it alone.
Right.
Like, I was there with you, and you didn't, he ain't got no money right now. He ain't doing this. He ain't doing that. You didn't threaten to leave me. I didn't even get a sense of you leaving me. Like, I didn't even get an idea that, she might leave me. I didn't think of that, because I was like, this girl is literally carrying 4 bottles of water in the bathroom with a smile on her face. Like, what is she doing right now? Like,
I'm just happy I'm able to shower. I'm happy.
She's chilling right now, and like, we're literally watching podcasts and sermons and stuff while we're going through this, but we're still keeping our faith. And it felt so good to know that you're not alone. Like, whenever I felt down, no, I did think she was gonna leave me. I felt down. I was like, why are you still here? Why? Like, why haven't you left me yet? And she was just like, I don't care if we on the street. I don't care if we in a box. I don't care if we ain't got no water. I'm staying with you.
Right.
And that was just like this is the beauty of marriage. And I wouldn't have seen that beauty of marriage that allowed me to trust you more if we didn't go through that.
Right.
I wouldn't have really tasted the honey if we didn't go through that moon phase. I really wouldn't. We literally went through a moon phase.
Yeah, we
had
did.
no lights. We was in the dark. We had a moon phase. But I wouldn't have tasted, and not just seen that your love was sweet, but I wouldn't have tasted and seen that the Lord was sweet if I didn't go through that darkness. And then that also reminded me, I'm not the provider. It's not me.
As much as you try to be in control, it's not you.
You can't be. Everybody is so, you the man. You do this, you do this.
He's the man. He's the man.
It's him.
He's the man.
It's him.
Yeah.
And it's so humbling. Every time I'm praying and I'm talking to him and I'm praying out loud, and I always have to say, Lord, I'm not the provider. In front of my wife, in front of my son, I have to say it out loud. Lord, I'm not the provider. You are. And it's humbling, because it's like, everybody says the man is the provider. The man works to provide, but the only way he can work to provide is if the Lord allows him to do that. The Lord has to provide that day to him in order to wake up and go do that. The Lord has to provide him the energy, the strength, the mental energy, the mental strength to work and go do that for your family. The Lord has to give you the strength to be wise with your finances. The Lord has to give you the strength to be able to deal with customers or deal with your boss or your coworkers in order to make sure that you have the financial means to be the provider that is taking care of everything around you. But
right.
You may be providing the income, but don't forget who's providing the life. Don't forget who's providing her happiness when you're gone. Don't forget who's giving her strength spiritually when you're not there, giving her strength spiritually. Don't forget who's giving you strength spiritually. You thinking providing just means the income and stuff like that. That's not it. The Lord
No.
is the provider. He
Right.
provides her healing. He provides your healing. He provides you to be the man that takes care of your children. He provides you to be the man that take care of your wife. He provides you with strength to be able to take care and be a protector over your family. He's the provider. You're just a vessel. As long, and also she is. We're all just vessels. And that showed me it's not all about you.
It's not.
You may think you're the head of the marriage. If you're the head of the marriage, he's the whole system. If I'm the door to the house, he's the whole house. And you're the interior. If freaking I'm the engine to the car, he's the whole entire car. You got an engine, but you ain't got a car. It's useless. You're the head, but the head of what? Oh, I'm the head of the household. Okay, who's the man over the household? Who's the one that gave you the household? Who's the one that
Amen.
woke you up so that you can be able to work to go get the household? Who's the one that brought the wife to you so that you can be able to even say, I'm the man of the household? You're not the provider. You're the vessel. The Lord is the ultimate provider. And the husband is the provider to his family.
Amen.
But the Lord is the provider to the family. What did marriage teach you that you didn't learn while dating?
I'll say vulnerability and humility. I'll say vulnerability because, well, there's times and moments where I felt like you know how like now I'm able to see like the reality of family and stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't want anybody to see the reality of family and basically how I acted fully. Like you gonna see my goofy side, but you ain't gonna see when I had that attitude though. Like it's not. It's just more so like those two things. Really, I'm sure there's more, but those two things had you know, yeah.
I feel like one thing that marriage taught me that dating could never teach me is long-term commitment. Because dating, it's like it's such a thin line. You can always just wake up and just be like, all right, I'm gonna text this girl or call this girl or tell this girl, hey, it's just not working. I'm gonna have to just end it here. But when you're married, oh no, bro, it don't go like that.
It don't go that way.
It do not go like that. You sign that paper, you gotta go through a process, bro. There's no finna text you, it's done, it's over with. I'm overly done with you. I found somebody new. No, it's not like that, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta literally, like when you're married, you're there. And it's not to say that you gotta stay with that person forever. No, God doesn't like abuse. So many people be thinking, oh, I gotta stay with this person, or if I leave this person, God's gonna be mad. God does. People keep saying, oh, God hates divorce. God don't like a household that isn't doing what He wants them to do. So if I end up just being with this person that's abusing me mentally, physically, like they're actually abusing me, God's not going to want you to stay in a place that's destroying you when He's trying to heal you.
Right.
That just requires wisdom. And I have to even look that up. Is oh, God hates divorce. Is that even biblical? It may be, it may not be. I got to look it up because a lot of things, this is a podcast for another day, but the church taught us a lot of stuff that ain't biblical. Like, the church taught us, it was an apple that Adam and Eve ate. Nowhere in the Bible did it say it was an apple. And the church taught us a lot of stuff that it's not even biblical. But that's a topic for another day we're going to get into. Let us know if y'all want us to talk about that. But I feel like it taught me that. It taught me that marriage, it's you got to be committed to something. When you're committed to something, you got to stay with that.
Right.
Like, you got to live with that. You got to literally just be all in with that person. And I feel like dating could never teach me that because I didn't have to be fully committed to that person.
Right. You could leave any moment, anytime.
But when I'm married, it's just not like that. I can't just up and leave whenever I want to, especially without even giving an explanation. It has to be something a lot deeper. It's something a lot deeper. It's not like I can just leave you whenever I want to. But all in all, would you say that marriage is worth it?
I would say marriage is worth it. I would say marriage is worth it because it definitely humbles you, and I would say realistically it helps you to see the idea of God and his children. I would say that it helps you to stay committed, just like you said. It helps you to stay true to a person, and it'll expose every little thing in your life. Every little thing that you do, it'll expose it, and it'll make you uncomfortable too. You're not always going to be comfortable. It's going to make you uncomfortable. There's going to be moments where you have to sacrifice things for your partner. There's going to be moments where you can do certain things, and then certain things you can't do. So I would say that it definitely teaches you like a life lesson. Like, so, I mean, I definitely feel like marriage is worth it. How about you?
Yeah, I feel like it is definitely worth it, because I don't want to get up here and make it seem like we just bashing marriage. Like, oh, it's not this, this, not.
No, yeah,
marriage is beautiful.
It is.
And if I can be honest, I'll say it has more beauty than it is. I'll say it has more. It has more pros than it does cons. Like, the pros definitely outweigh the cons, for sure. But I'll say that it does teach you a lot about yourself, because like what I had noticed is the things that I was doing to you, like God slowed me down crazy with this one day. There was a day where I had got the little the cardboard MXJ, and I wanted to put tape on it, and I cleaned the room and changed the room around and stuff like that, and I wanted to put it on the walls, and you didn't help me with it. I was, because you was on the phone, you was doing something else, and you were busy, and I was like, I had finished it all. I put the duct tape all over the, little letters, made them look all nice and, creative and stuff, and then I put them on the walls, and, it looked all really nice, and I was like, I wanted to do this with you, Nelly, and you was like, oh, I'm sorry, I was just busy, and so I was upset, not like mad, but I was just kind of like disappointed, like, dang, I wanted that to be a moment for us. But then I talked to God about it, because I was upset, and he was like, well, you know something about marriage? And I was like, what is that? And he was like, I'm going to show you what you do to me by letting your partner do it to you. And I was like, shoot. He was like, this is a good example. And he was like, you wanted your partner to help you build this thing. You wanted your partner to help you do something. You wanted to share a moment with your partner, but your partner was just too busy for you. You do that with me. You're too busy for me. All these things I want to show you. I want to show you my glory, but you're just too busy for me. You let the life that I gifted you with distract you. Like, I gave you this life, and yet you still let it distract you from the one that continues to give you life. I want these moments with you, but you're just too busy. And it showed me, it was like, yo, the thing that she did to me, I'm doing to him, and I didn't even notice it. And the reason, that's another thing that also showed me, marriage showed me more than dating does, because my eyes can't see my face. I can look at my hands if I look down, but I'm not always looking down. I can see you all the time. No matter if you're looking down, I can see your whole body, just like you can see my whole body. I don't always look in the mirror. So because I'm not always looking in the mirror, I'm not going to always see what I look like. I'm not going to always see what these actions that I'm doing. I'm not going to always notice what I'm saying. I'm not going to always be able to self-reflect, because I'm not always looking in the mirror. Because these eyes can't see my whole entire body unless I'm looking in the mirror. I'm not always looking in the mirror. But guess what? You're always looking at me.
Right.
And so with that, you're able to see things in me that I don't see in myself. And the same goes for you. I can see things in you that you don't see in yourself, because you're not always looking in the mirror.
All right.
And so when you're not self-reflecting, I'm showing you, hey, this is what you do. And you're showing me, hey, this is what I do. And not only that, but that helps increase our relationship with the Lord and also with each other, because it helps us to stay accountable. Hey, I know that you like doing this, but you have been lacking on it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
If you could just change this, because I've seen you do it Wednesday, Tuesday, and Thursday,
Mm-hmm.
you're starting to slack a little bit. And you can be like, oh, I didn't even notice that. Why didn't you notice that? Because you don't always look in the mirror.
Mm.
You don't stand in the mirror 24 hours and should be staring, self-reflecting. You don't always look in the mirror.
Right.
But I'm always looking at you. You can say, hey, Marquise, I love you, but you've been a little bit too, generous with people, and they've been taking advantage of that. I need you to dial it back and focus on your family first, and then worry about everybody else after. Because I used to struggle with that.
Mm-hmm.
Focus on your family first, and then worry about everybody else after.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd be like, well, how do you know I even do that? Because I'm looking at you.
All right.
You're not staring in that mirror 24/7, Marquise. You're not
Mm-hmm.
always self-reflecting. But I'm your partner.
Mm-hmm.
So where you're not self-reflecting, I'm looking at you. I'm trying to find the word for it.
I'm able to project that for you.
I'm observing you.
Mm-hmm.
Wherever you're not self-observing, I'm observing.
Mm-hmm.
For the blind spots that you can't see,
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing it. So
Right.
even when you be like, my booty's small, I be like, girl, not that booty. Big, girl.
Come on.
No, I'm sorry. But what I don't see, you see.
Mm-hmm.
What you see, I don't see.
Mm-hmm.
And it helps us because it helps us grow more as people.
Yeah.
Because in marriage, we're called to grow. We're not called to stay there. If you're married and you're still in the same place, like you haven't grown as a person, you're not doing it right. Because with the Lord, if you have the Lord as the center of your relationship, it's called a walk with Christ.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord don't like walking in circles. So that means if you have him as the center of your relationship, y'all gonna walk. Y'all are walking to a destination. Y'all not standing idle. People that are standing idle, they don't grow. But people that are walking to a destination, they have to grow with every step to continue to keep taking these steps.
Mm-hmm.
Because you may have to walk up a hill. You're going to have to be strong to walk up that hill. You may have to walk down a hill. You're going to have some type of stability. You're going to have balance to walk down that hill.
Yep.
You may have to walk up or climb up a mountain. You're going to have strength, courage, bravery, confidence, and wisdom to walk up that or crawl up that or climb up that mountain. And then you got to have that strength, that wisdom, that accountability, that righteousness, that obedience to climb back down that mountain to get to the other side. It's a walk with Christ. So you're constantly growing. If the Lord is in the center of your relationship or your marriage, and that means you're going to constantly be growing every day. I look at her all the time, and she gets mad at me. But I be holding her accountable. I call her out. I be like, I love you, Nelly, but you past couple of days you've been lazy.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't been doing nothing but doing this and doing that and complaining, saying you tired when you ain't did nothing. The person that I married, stepping on stuff. She'll be, but you kind of just dialed back
Been slacking.
down. Yeah, you got a little comfortable because you thought your partner was gonna pick up where you left off, but little did you know, you decided to start giving 20%. Now I gotta give 80% to reach 100, and now you settled at 20%. You don't even want to give 100 no more. 100. Now I got to give 180 to accommodate for your 20% that you're giving. So
That's
now
good.
we gotta get back things in line. We gotta get things back together. But it's a beautiful thing.
It is.
If you have a good partner, it's a beautiful thing because she's always watching me. I'm always watching her, and we're growing. The more we're knowing about each other, the more we're growing with each other.
Right.
And so, yeah. But thank y'all for watching. We don't even know what episode this is. I think this is like episode 2.
Probably.
Episode 2 of our podcast.
And that's how you know we've been slacking.
We've been slacking. We bought these
Episode
mics
2.
almost a year ago.
I know. We should have been on episode 100 and something, way past that.
300.
I know.
But thank y'all so much for watching this episode. Please do let us know what other topics do y'all want us to talk about, or what things do y'all want us to talk about, or what do y'all want to see more of. Let us know how the production looks. Let us know all that so that we can be able to just, grow more. But thank y'all so much. And if you still did not know,
Gang.
I'm M.
I'm Jay.
And you have watched It's a
podcast.
I messed that up.
It's a podcast.
Yeah, I messed that up. But y'all get the picture. Thank you guys so much. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And follow us on our social medias. Love y'all. We'll see y'all later.
Peace.